Customs. It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
Shout out to Mimi. It's coming right up. Man Cave Morning Show. Hit that share button. Start your watch parties. It's going down.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show. Zigga. It's the Man Cave Morning Show. It's the Man Cave Morning Show. Hey. It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
Watch on BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Shout out to everybody on the check-in, man. Listen, it's Friday. Clap it up for Friday. Boo. Oh, man. It's going to be the power hour today. It's going to be the power hour today. Shout out to everybody watching us live on BKS1 Radio TV. Boom. On YouTube. Boom. Shout out to everybody watching us live on Twitter, Periscope. That's at BKS1 Radio ENT.
Boom.
Salute to everybody on FB.
Boom.
And let's get this thing popping. Listen, give y'all the call-in number right now. It's 646-233-1302. All right, peace and blessings. Let me get some love real quick. Shout out to Mimi Carter. And listen, Carter? As y'all trickle in, just know today, we're going to go in on some things.
We're on one today, y'all.
Yeah.
We are on one today. Letting you know.
My question to you good people today, are we so woke that we are asleep?
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
I'm going to say it again. Are we so woke
it's the Man Cave Morning
that we are asleep? Well, what does that mean to you?
General, you going to put me on the spot,
Yep.
General?
Yep.
As a former disciple of wokeship, as a former angry black man, conspiracy theorist, devil behind every corner, sometimes as a people, we get stuck in the minutia. Because when we are at war is about strategy.
Wow.
Deception.
Come on.
Cunning. And finishing the war strong. Once you have your enemy on the ropes, you crush your enemy and finish him. A lot of times, we as a people begin to go to a war and then we shoot each other instead of shooting our adversary. It is good to know things. It is good to recognize things. But sometimes we can concentrate on what we know instead of how we're supposed to finish. We start, but we never finish. We're so woke that we are literally asleep.
Well, my brother, listen. Shout out to Big D Holland. Listen, clap it up for Big D Holland, man. Let's go right into this thing because we don't have long today. And the phone lines, I want to hear from you on the phone or put your comments in. We're going to read your comments and everything. Shout out to Wendy, Chef Johnson. Everybody, man, checking in. Hit the share button right now because we may argue today. We may actually argue with some people today because, man, I'm just... Listen.
Cut their head off, General. Cut their head off.
Listen.
Just start it off right. Just cut their head off, man.
Are we so woke that we sleep, man?
We're asleep.
So I'm annoyed, and I sat back. I said, what's going to go on these Facebook timelines for the next few days once Kamala Harris got once they announced that she's the VP. She's running for VP. Joe Biden chose her to be the vice president,
right,
and everything. I said, what is Facebook going to do? What is Instagram going to do? I waited for the memes and all of this, and I saw so much. I gotta call it hate. I saw a lot of misinformation. I saw people that took her past like that's what she's doing now. I saw people totally discount her her tenure as a senator.
Right.
And I said, did people even relate anything remotely to their own past and apply it to this whole situation with Kamala? Right? And I actually used an analogy, right? And I'm keeping 100. Like I said, if we got to argue today, we just got to argue.
We're going to argue today.
All right? So, I related it to drug dealers.
Speak.
I grew up with a lot of drug dealers, right?
Go ahead.
That friend of mine, they're friends of mine to this day. And the ones, most of them that I grew up with, they're not drug dealers today, right?
Right. They're businessmen. They're
leading successful lives, married, got legitimate business, doing great, totally changed their life around. And even when I speak to some of them, they're like, man, I was selling that BS because,
right,
I was just trying to survive. I was just blah, 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 blah. And then at the end of the day, there's some of them that will admit they were selling poison to the people.
Right.
Right? But they changed their lives around. Beautiful thing. If they was locked up, once they got out, they changed. They did a complete 360. But when they start doing positive things in the community, right?
Yes.
When they try to make other moves or whatever that's positive, whatever, because again, they changed their way of thinking and their ideology. People still try to go back to what they once did. He was a dope dealer. He was doing this. He was out in them streets. Key word was. Key thing, this person changed, but they still hold their past against them.
So America loves a comeback story. America loves redemption stories, except when it comes to us. The Kennedys, for instance, were bootleggers. They were the drug runners of their day. And they sold illegal substances and made a whole lot of money and brought a whole lot of power and then brought their way into the political system. Currently, they are a political dynasty that's revered and respected. Jay-Z started running drugs in the street. He took it, he flipped it, etc. What I find interesting, to get back on point about Kamala Harris, you talking about her past, her record as a prosecutor. I put the record up because when she was running for president, I was voting for other people, so I'm fully aware of that record.
Right.
But is that the only record she has? Are there other things that she has done for her people that people aren't addressing?
And here's my thing. Do people change, though?
Yes.
And do people evolve in a more positive light?
Yes.
I'm not saying everybody does, but
No,
I'm saying do
yes.
people evolve and change in a positive
Sometimes
light?
people don't want to let you
Why
evolve.
don't we see the memes about the positive things she did as a senator?
Right.
Right? There's a lot of positives she did with her peers as being a U.S. senator. You know, when it came to health care,
right? When
it came to the mortgage stuff, we don't talk about the bail situation,
right?
Right, that she was involved in.
And she's reforming.
Yeah, and the prison reform that she's working on and all of that. We don't talk about nothing positive, right? So we would go back probably to 8 years or whatever, 6 years, 7 years or whatever it's been. You know what I'm saying? And be like, but when she was a prosecutor, okay, let's really talk about what a prosecutor does. What does a prosecutor do, Woo? What is their job?
They prosecute criminals.
They prosecute criminals, right?
Yes.
So they're working for somebody, right?
Yes.
So the higher their prosecution rate,
the more successful they are at their job.
Successful they are at their job.
Yeah, they get paid to do that.
So, all right, now, that's not a job I probably would take. It's probably not a job that Woo would take or whatever like that. But this is what she did. She's a lawyer. She's an attorney, right? This is what she did. Now, were there some questionable things that Kamala Harris did as a prosecutor?
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We know that. We know that, right? Were there some things where you like, wow, dang, well, did she have to do that? Oh, okay, she knew about this and didn't say nothing, blah, 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 as a prosecutor.
Yeah, it's her job.
All right. So, moving on, she left that field. She left that career. She left that field. She went on to become a U.S. senator, right? She has done some positive things, a lot of positive things, as being a U.S. senator. Okay? Now, time moves on, whatever. She tries to run for president, whatever. She got knocked out of the box there.
Right.
Joe Biden, basically, is that guy now that Trump is going up against. He chose Kamala Harris, right? So before this, we was like, oh, well, shoot, he better pick a black woman.
He better pick a black woman or he's going to lose the black vote.
Or he's going to lose the black vote.
He picked a black woman.
Pick a black woman.
And he
right?
did.
So
he did.
There was choices like Stacey Abrams.
Susan Rice.
Right. What's the woman that's the Atlanta mayor?
I can't call. Forgive me, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
put it in the chat.
The Atlanta mayor. Just put it in the chat.
Go
I
ahead.
just can't think of the name.
Go ahead.
Val Demings was also brought up.
Yes.
All of this. Now, I personally like Val Demings.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line, Biden picked Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. You got 50% of us that was like, cool. Let's just go. Let's just get 45 out.
Right.
Then you got another 50% of us that's like, 50% that's like, oh my God, but she did this and she did this to black men and she destroyed black men and she destroyed black men and this and that, right? And you got the other half. Oh, she's one of them. She's a racist. She's this. She's married to a white guy and this and this. She's not going to be for the community at all and blah, 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 blah. So there's that side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny because Republicans, they're putting together their ammunition right now, right, to go against her. So technically, they really don't have to do too much homework. All they have to do is look at what we ourselves have been saying about Kamala Harris.
General, let me get some of this. First,
they don't need to dig.
If you look at why the Republican Party is successful, it's because when they choose someone, they completely support him. Most prominent Republicans talked cash garbage about Donald Trump. Did you see the primary when he was becoming president? They ripped him from stem to stern about him being ignorant, sexual abuser, racist, myopic, doesn't read, short-sighted. As soon as he became president, they got lock, stock, and barrel behind him. Why? Because they wanted a selection for the court. And they got a Republican selection into the court because they put down their differences, saw the greater goal, and stuck with one another. The person was very questionable. Okay. Now, here is why I laud Biden for his decision. What do Republicans attack Democrats for? They're soft on crime. She ain't soft on crime. All you got to do is go on Facebook and watch black people tell you how hard she has been on black people in crime. Number two, we want our country back. We're losing our country to them brown folks and them red folks. We want our country back. Who's Kamala married to? White dude. Now, when I went to go look at what the Republicans were saying, what their the great propaganda machine, because you know Republicans is real good at getting their messages out. Right. Real good. You know what I heard? She's mean, and she wants to take away our red meat. That's their talking point.
Is he lying about that?
That's their talking.
That is one of their talking points.
Now watch this.
We're going to show them.
Now watch this. But our people, our talking point is attacking her and her positions. Run the clip.
So, like we were saying, here's one of their talking points that they're using against Kamala. Red meat. She wants to take away the red meat.
This all they got.
Let's run the clip.
Senator Kamala Harris said she would change the dietary guidelines of this country to reduce the amount of red meat Americans can eat. Well, I've got some red meat for you. We're not going to let Joe Biden and Kamala Harris cut America's meat.
Who's winning in the debate against him or Kamala Harris? Who's winning the debate? Who?
So my whole thing is, right, we giving, and I got to say it like this, we giving the enemy ammunition
and aid and comfort
to use against her.
Because we don't want to win.
They don't have to do their due diligence and dig deep and research anything they can prepare for their debate and all this, whatever like that, because all they got to do is look at Black Twitter.
Right.
Look at Black Twitter. Look at us on social media, and our attacks are attacks without research, without extensive research or whatever. You know, and my thing is like this. If I'm going to come after somebody, right, I'm going to make sure I got some facts lined up. I dig a little deeper. I read a little bit more on this or whatever like that before I fully attack somebody, right? Because if you get one person that don't even know anything about this woman that says, well, I heard she incarcerated, blah, blah, all these black men, blah, 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 blah. You know, my response to it would be, well, what was her job?
She was a prosecutor.
She was a prosecutor. And then let me read Big D's Holland comment. Big D Holland said, bruh, how about if they want to talk about what she did to black people as far as putting them in jail, what were the people doing to get themselves into jail, basically?
No, you didn't say that.
So now, are we upset? Please have a seat. She was doing her job just like the criminals was doing their job.
And just like you do your job when you go to work every day.
Nobody wants to talk about that fact, right? Nobody wants to talk about that fact. And listen, I get it. Are there unjust things when it comes to us? Of course. Is the system and the court system unjust when it comes to us? Of course. That was her profession she chose at the time, right? She wanted to excel at being a prosecutor, just like she wants to excel at being a senator.
Yes.
You know, and a great one, a good one. But again, we don't talk about her record as a senator. We don't, because we look for the attack. Right? So now a lot of us are not voting. Oh, we're not going to vote. Okay. Now we're not voting. You know, I'm just going to sit this one out. I'm not voting. Joe Biden's a racist. Kamala's a racist. They're not going to do anything for the black community. You know, I think Trump is our hero. I hear that too. I hear so much BS, and it's like, you know, when I hear us praising Trump, without looking at his record,
oh my God,
and researching his record,
okay,
I get sick.
First, if you're not voting, you're disqualified from this conversation. Your opinion doesn't count. because you're not at the table exercising your own power. Watch this. I got to look at my people. I got to really start to think about some of the things that we do. I'm an old man now. I remember when Bill Clinton got on TV and played the saxophone, and a whole lot of black people said, why, he's an honorary black man.
He's one of us.
He's one of us. Look at him. Look at this. Look at that. That joker became president and enacted some of the most draconian prison bills and war on drugs. He was absolutely horrible, and yet millions upon millions of black people kissed his feet and elected him staunchly twice. My question is, who most accurately describes your point of view? Trump or Biden? It is very, very simple. Number two, when you don't vote, you giving a vote to Trump. Number two, when you split the vote to vote for Kanye West, that's not helping us either. Listen, watch this. You want to be in power or not? We're talking about people that want to be in power. If you don't, please do me a favor. Sit down and let me encourage people to vote so that the people that get in that I voted for represent my constituency and what I want to see happen. Right. Why are we constantly... Okay. Are we afraid to win? Are we afraid to have power? Well, are we afraid to be in? Are we afraid to make change and call shots?
We lose
what are
a lot.
Doing?
We lose a lot.
Jesus
we always lose because we can't unite on anything, and we end up losing. And then we don't do our due diligence, and then we don't research.
No.
So we end up losing all the time, and we refuse to learn how to play chess. We are comfortable with checkers.
Yeah, we're children.
That's a big part of it too. We're comfortable with just knowing how to play checkers. Come on, let me teach you how to play chess.
Nope.
That's too hard.
Connect Four.
So, and listen. Shout out to Ingrid Judge. She said we participate in willful ignorance and victim behavior.
Yes, we do.
Listen, Majid, this whole conversation is not even about you, bro. This is about everything that's going on. There's been millions of people posting stuff on social media, whatever. So this convo's not about you. I get what you're saying. I want you to actually call in, though. Call in, make your point. 646-233-1302. D-Mac said what people should pay attention to when it comes to Kamala is that she don't take no ish.
That's right.
Because actually, Majid, you was making some good points. And it's funny, I'm glad you reminded me about your post earlier, because maybe I'll bring that up during the show. But what we're talking about right now is in general. What people should pay attention to when it comes to Kamala is that she don't take no ish. She has stood up to any politician that attempted to come for her. Yeah, but she don't. I mean, she's tough on a lot of things. You know, she's tough on a lot of issues.
Like
whatever.
crime.
But what I'm saying is this is what we got. This is the choice we got right now, Joe Biden and Kamala, right? So Stacey Abrams and everybody else, none of them got picked to be VP.
No.
So now let's pick out what Kamala has done that was good as a senator, as a politician, not as a prosecutor. Because if I'm a prosecutor, not saying I'm gonna convict innocent black men, but I am gonna do my job if I was a prosecutor.
Look, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Look.
So we know the court system, and we know it's effed up. And again, we can keep harping on her stint as a prosecutor all the hell we want, right? And again, it's no difference than again, a lot of us, we got drug dealer friends, we got criminal friends, we got people that have shot somebody, maybe killed somebody, whatever like that, and then rehabilitated themselves and changed their way of thinking, and now they are productive members of society and doing the right thing. So we know people like that, but we can't keep bringing up what they did. If they're trying to do the right thing and they're trying to change their whole way of thinking and their ideology. So we see it did change when she became senator. You got to be honest about that.
Here's my thing. I'm very well aware of her record. 1, 2, she was not my first choice. 3, she is the candidate. What my concern is that black social media, right, will affect people that are sitting on the fence, and they'll start thinking about she put a lot of black men in jail. and they either A, won't vote, or B, will vote for Trump. That's my fear. I'm not coming after nobody personally. You can have whatever opinion you want. In this game that we're playing, which is the election, okay, and the White House, did I forget to mention Ruth Bader Ginsburg, 400 years old, a woman is hanging on to life, hoping that a Democrat gets in office. If the Democrats don't get in office, the Republicans will have another conservative judge, which will sink us as a people. What are you talking about?
Nobody wants to look at those points, though. That's what I'm saying. By not voting, by not getting...
Or voting for the other person.
Yeah.
Or throwing their vote away on the dummy.
By not doing all we can to get Trump out of office, you got to look at everything else that follows. It's bigger, actually, than just those two people, Biden and Harris. And that's what people don't realize. Like you just said, the Supreme Court, Jess.
The Voting Rights Act.
The Voting Rights Act. There's certain bills or whatever like that that the Trump administration supports that's against us that Biden and Harris wouldn't stand for. Regardless. And they're more manageable. You can go to Biden with a grievance and be like, look. You can go to Harris with a grievance and be like, look. This is what we dealing with. What are y'all going to do about it?
General, I'm sorry.
Y'all want 4 more years?
General.
What are you going to do about it?
General, health care, our fallen infrastructure, our declining schools, everything about America is on the decline. You're telling me that it's better to keep Trump in for 4 more years as opposed to these other... I'm at a loss for words because this is a serious thing. Forget your hyperbole. Forget your emotions. You want to win or you don't. This is the horse I'm riding with because I want to win. You can complain with your Twitter fingers and espouse your opinions. Look, Norm hired me because of my silly opinions. But guess what? We need to win here.
Man.
Period.
Man,
we need to stay focused and we need to win.
All right. So let's read Big D Holland, Kamala Harris bill, S.Res.498. I'm familiar with that a little bit. A resolution condemning Stephen Miller for trafficking in bigotry, hatred, and divisive political rhetoric, and for promoting policies that are inconsistent with the trust and confidence placed in him as a senior advisor to the president, and expressing and you got cut off there. I don't know where you're at. The rest, expressing a bill, also a bill to provide mortgage relief and to provide
so many bills
for renters related to COVID-19 pandemic and for other purposes. But see, you see how like how quick he researched that?
Yes.
And found the positives as a senator, right? All these things that she attributed to as a senator. She can't do as a prosecutor. 2 different jobs. 2 different jobs, right? Because your job as a prosecutor, if that's your job and you're a lawyer, is your conviction rate.
In general.
That's how you get promoted as a prosecutor. Your conviction rate. I hate to say it.
And you could do a lot of things as senator. You could do more stuff if you're vice president. Like
now.
Come on.
Now, was it wrong? Was her conviction rate wrong? Was the things that she did as a prosecutor, was some of them wrong? Again, gotta research it further. We gotta research also not just her as a prosecutor, but some of the criminals that she prosecuted, and why they got in that position in the first place. So if we're gonna do our due diligence, we gotta do it on both scales, on both sides of the coin. You got to. You have to research the criminals and why they got locked up. You have to research the case. You have to go deeper with the case. And then you have to see if you felt as though that their prosecution was just or not. You have to research all of this stuff. But what we do, we get on social media and we spew out a lot of things. We spew out a lot of things out of emotion. There's a big difference, right? To just blurting something out of emotion and then doing a little bit of research.
Speaking of research, have you researched the President of the United States, who is an avowed racist, who is divisive, ignorant, doesn't read? That's the first thing. Second thing, I've learned a lot of things sitting under you, sir, and and talking my talk under the microphone. I'll give you a quick example. Tyler Perry is effeminizing the black man. He's a part of the Illuminati. He's homosexual. He's gay. Now, this is me. And I don't support him. I don't do this. I don't do that. What did he do? He built a brand dependent on no one else but his own people, right? And he kept going because it's chess, not checkers. And what did he do? He built a studio and land and infrastructure. And when COVID hit, he was still able to provide product. And guess what else? He's given black actors work. Now, where does that leave me with my conspiracy theories? And some of them I still think are correct. Some of them I still think I can notice. But was I able to see the bigger picture? Did I know he was going to buy a military base that they used to hang slaves on and buy acres and acres and acres and build a black-owned powerhouse stronger than Paramount Pictures? Was I able to see that when I was into my conspiracy theory, black emasculation thing that I was on? Dawood, I'm talking about me. Was I able to see ahead, or was I in my emotions?
See,
was I confused and misled?
This is why I said we're gonna have some real talk.
Come on, man.
We gotta have some real talk and be honest, man. I see, and we could talk about our people because we are our people.
And I'm still talking about them.
And I gotta say this: why do we kill progress before it even starts?
Because that's what we do.
And I said that.
Say that again.
I said that to you. Why do we kill progress
before it even starts?
I've seen that. Listen, I've been in the entertainment business. I've seen it with business deals. Some major things that could possibly kick off, and then you pull in certain people, you know what I'm saying, thinking that they'll be helpful, and then they kill the deal before it even starts. They kill the deal out of hatred or jealousy or envy or power tripping. Somebody's power tripping about this. They want to control more than this. And then the deal never takes flight because there's too much inner animosity going on.
Right.
There's too many internal problems going on, whatever. And I see that with us, man. I saw it with Tyler Perry. So I just, you know what? I started. I said,
Stay
you know
quiet.
I'm just going to be quiet
Let it
about
rock.
this because this man can't even. He can't really even get his foot off the ground all the way with our full support. We can't really see the bigger picture
That's right.
of what he's trying to do.
That's right.
Because we just came on the attack. Boof, boof, boof. Oh, I can't stand his writing. The shows is this. Blah, 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 blah. He's that.
Garbage.
Whatever. So what we do when we do that, we create a synergy, right? And we create a synergy that gives the other people,
the enemy,
ammunition to say,
destroy us.
We don't want to do this because your own people don't even like it.
Right.
So we're going to cancel this deal out, or we're not going to do this deal with you, Tyler, because your own people they don't like you. They hate it. So we was counting on their them being consumers of your product, so we can do this deal. But as we look on social media, and we see so many people saying, you're this, you're not that, Tyler, you're that, or we can't stand this, we can't stand that. We're going to dead this deal or whatever. Because we created that energy. And it's the same thing, man. It's the same thing that I'm watching right now with Kamala Harris. Again, you don't have to like her. I didn't think she was the best candidate and all that either. I didn't think so either. But now that she is, with one thing we don't learn how to do where other races do, we don't rally behind whatever it is. There's a lot of people that you think Republicans don't hate Trump?
Absolutely.
You think Republicans don't hate Trump?
Mm-hmm.
They can't stand him, but they rally behind him. What they show is a unified front behind Trump. We'll never be able to do that.
So okay. So can we learn from our mistakes?
We allow ourselves to be divided all the time.
Can we learn from our mistakes? Watch this. I voted for Obama, right? I also talked cash ish about Obama. Said he wasn't doing enough for black people. He's part of the machine. He's a death dealer. He's dropping bombs, this, that, and the other, right? This is Dawood. And you know what I said? Because I voted for him twice, I have a right to speak my opinion. Okay, watch this. Then Obama left. And Trump came into office. And then I began to see things that I was not able to see when he was in office because I was short-sighted. I didn't see the bigger picture. I was myopic and I was emotional. When you put Obama up against Trump, there's nothing even left to be said. I'm saying we are so myopic, so hateful, and so spiteful, and we are afraid of power. Because when you dealing with true power, you're going to have to do some stuff if you want to be in power. We are afraid. Okay, no. We sabotage ourselves once we get to power. We talk about people, we tear them down, this one, that one, blah, 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 blah. As soon as we get close to power, we're afraid. That's just the bottom line. We have a mental illness, and the social media exacerbates it.
Sandy said, "Now you miss Obama, woo."
Right, right. That's true.
Let me read.
That's the truth.
Let me read Brother Majid's comment. He said, "What bothers me is no one is on Facebook articulating what views Biden and Harris brings to the table and why would they vote for them." I tried to call and know it. Call it now, bro.
Please
the
do.
phone line is open. It's 646-233-1302. And I got to correct you on that because I've seen a lot of people articulating what Biden and Harris would bring to the table. But you know why? Those views are unpopular. Nobody cares about that. So when you post something that they are going to bring to the table, or you discussing, first we didn't hear their debates. They just teamed up. So
yesterday.
So what views? We don't even know what they're planning to do, right?
Yes.
Because they just came together. So now we need to give it time. And again, it goes back to people reacting on emotion. Caller from the 757. State your name, where you calling from. You on the Man Cave Show. What's up?
Hey, Brother Norm. I'm in VA. How you doing, brothers?
What's good? What's good, my dude? How's everything, man?
All right. Good, man. Blessings, man. I just want to, look, I can't vote. I wish I could, but I'm a federal convicted felon. I can actually vote, but I can be prosecuted for it. That's first.
Mm-hmm.
My issue is I was actually, I don't approve of Carmela. However, I'm defending the fact that, which I was talking about earlier, that she's black. She's black, her father's black, but people are pushing this narrative to take everybody from that point, because there's some people that's going to vote because they feel as though she is black, and there's some people going to not vote because they feel as though she's not black. So it is an issue. Race is an issue, and I blame the Republicans and most of these black people pushing this agenda that she's not black. And she is black. She is. That's why I posted, Brother Norm, different pictures, because I done found 5 different pictures of Indian descendant man. But when you look at the original pictures of her father, he's African descent. He has woolly hair, and I posted like 8 pictures, but people jumped on my post assuming that I was trying to discredit her being black without reading all the comments.
Right. No, I got what I got what you were saying, and that's why I responded. I responded to it by what they were saying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how I responded to it, because no, you're absolutely right. I mean, the fact that that's even an issue right now. How black is she?
Right.
And that's and to me, that's the dumbest.
God.
That's the dumbest shit we could do to each other. I gotta say it like that.
Absolutely.
That's the dumbest shit we could do to each other.
Norm, let me say this. Not to cut you off. Let me say this. Don't be surprised. Just like a lot of people voted for Obama just because he was black. They didn't care about the views at all. They didn't care about the views at all. They just voted because he was black and the first black president, period. And that's why a lot of people was upset with Obama, because of some of the things he did. I had no problem with Obama because it benefited me, even though I didn't vote. It benefited me in healthcare issues that I have.
Absolutely.
Affordable healthcare. That benefited me. Now, this might piss a lot of people off what I'm about to say.
That, bro. Go ahead.
And I need you to hear this. If I was able to vote, and I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash about this, I would vote for Trump. You know why? You want to hear why?
Go ahead, bro.
Because I am being placed in a different tax bracket because of the promotion of my job. And his tax bracket will fit my finances if I was able to vote. and I can care less about him. I know he's a piece of crap and he's racist, but do you think these rich black brothers like Jay-Z and all of them are voting Democrat? They're voting because it's benefiting their businesses and their tax bracket.
So
and it's not just based off of millionaires. It's based off your income of how much money you make salary-wise per year. And it will benefit me.
Two things I want to ask you, brother. First thing.
Yo, Najee, thanks for saying that, man. I appreciate
First thing I want to ask you, would you speak to people that say it doesn't matter whether you vote or not, as a person that no longer has the right to vote, and black people say, I'm not voting, or it doesn't matter? What would you say to those people?
People that say, I'm not voting and it doesn't matter?
Right.
That is stupid. I mean, I had that mentality before I even ever caught my first conviction. I had that mentality because I did not understand voting. But I'm an advocate of reading books. And once I read and understood the science of voting, it does matter. But you have to place what benefits your family and your household, who you vote for. You just can't wake up in the morning and say, my vote counted, and nothing would benefit it what your narrative is for, health or finance or your business or whatever. You have to have a reason why you're going into that poll and you're voting. Doesn't that make sense?
Okay. So let me just ask. So you said if you did have the right to vote, you would vote for Trump, even though you know he's a piece of shit.
I know he's racist, man. I hate Trump.
But you said you would vote for him because it benefits your tax. His tax situation
Absolutely.
benefits you.
Well,
okay, now listen. So you may like his tax situation and his tax plan and all of that. Now, what if what if Trump is doing something to take away your civil liberties, right? So now you got to weigh the two out. So he's doing certain things to take away your civil liberties, all right? And then you got the tax situation. So if you had to weigh the two out, you still going with the tax situation?
Absolutely not. My civil liberty would be at risk. But right now, are you saying that's what he's doing now, or that what he plans on doing once he gets into office? Once he's reelected.
So I take it you are a fiscal conservative, concerned about your finances. That's a great issue. I'm not a conservative, brother. Forgive me.
But that's the issue.
But that's the issue. That's the issue you voting for him for. Okay, so.
No, I would.
If you were, right. So we will have a conversation. So, where he stands with police brutality, for instance, does the financial outweigh that particular issue? Second thing, health care, climate change. There are a lot of different issues other than the financial. The fact that he literally is a racist. There are a lot of his stance on education, etc. That does not outweigh your issue. In other words, what I'm saying is, you know where he stands on all these other issues. You know it, and you know for our people he's not good. Does that outweigh your position?
That's a great question. Now, I might be a little biased, and I'll tell you why. Biden is the reason why I fell under the fight for the bill that he put on. I went under that sentence.
Right.
I went under that sentence, and I received a 26-year sentence in the federal prison system, right, which was excessive.
Yes.
Obama came into office and changed the law, and I was reduced to 10 years. So a reason why I say I might be biased on that is because Biden is the one that helped write that bill, along with a couple of black senators, Maxine Waters, and a few others.
Yes, absolutely.
Now say what you just said again about Obama. So under Obama,
Obama came in when Obama came in and got elected, which that's one of the reasons. That's why I said I might be biased, because I'm home because Obama. People don't know. People talk about what Trump did as far as changing the laws. Obama changed the crack law in the federal system and it freed thousands and thousands of minorities.
Yes, of course. Yep.
And I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I got out in 10 years and 6 months with a 26-year sentence that Biden helped write, along with the Clintons and Maxine Waters and a few other people. Okay, so I might be a little bit biased, Brother Dawood, when you say about Trump. Trump does have a lot of issues that I disagree with, but I'm trying to look at if I was able to vote what would help me and my household.
Right.
And I could be wrong a little bit here and there on the other issues because he's a pure racist. But Biden's a racist too. He's just more professional with it.
Okay.
In my opinion.
All right. So again, it goes back to the past. And you brought up a great point because you're telling us about your past, and you changed yourself since your past, right? Correct?
Absolutely, brother. 10 years I've been home. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So let's talk about Biden's past ideology, which had to do with the crime bill.
Right.
Like you said, gave you a longer sentence and all of that. Then under the Obama administration, which Biden was a part of.
Yes, he was the vice president.
Right.
When they they were discussing the changes that Obama made, that got you out, you know he was a part of that discussion.
He was the vice president.
So absolutely. He actually apologized.
Yes. All right. So again, we have to give people the respect enough to say, listen, your ideologies and your way of thinking can change over the years.
Yes, it can, bro. I agree with that.
Right?
I agree with that
because you changed over the years, right?
Right.
And that's all I'm saying when it comes to Kamala Harris, as far as her being a prosecutor. Her job as a prosecutor was one thing, and the way she thought and handled things was one thing. Now, a lot of that is questionable, but then she became a senator and started being a part of laws to benefit us as a whole.
Right.
So
I read on Kamala Harris, and like I said, that's why I came into her defense on who she was, because she did bring a lot of positive things for black people to the table. But we don't research this stuff, Brother Norman. We don't research this. We just go off of what we heard instead of reading for ourselves.
So
you know, she's going to have flack. She's going to have issues for the police officers too, because she didn't prosecute. I think it was a brother or a Puerto Rican maybe that killed the cop, and she didn't give him the death penalty. So she's going to have issues from the criminal justice from the police officers when she get into the debates. They're going to bring that up. Watch what I say about that particular incident.
So what does that say? So again, what does that say? So she does have the ability to be fair. She does have the ability to be fair in certain situations. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like
I would have voted. I would have voted if I was able to vote. I would have voted her over Biden, and not just because she's black or she's a woman, because she brought a lot more to the table for what I believe in than Biden did.
So do
when Biden was a senator, he was the senator of Delaware, right? Something like that.
Right.
Congressman of Delaware.
Right.
Something he was over in Delaware.
Right.
He was terrible over there, man, for blacks. People don't research that. He did a lot of things and said a lot of derogatory things. That makes me think. I read this book, and I don't want to beat y'all up in the head, but I read this book that said that the presidents don't actually pick their vice presidents. So I don't know if it's true. I don't know, but I mean, they're saying Obama didn't pick him. He picked him, but he didn't pick him literally himself. It was a family that picked him. But these conspiracy theories can be off.
Right.
I don't know.
Hold up.
But I will say this. I do know he has a terrible track record as far as him dealing with blacks. However, he did abide to whatever Obama did for us because he was the vice president. He had no choice anyway. So I get it that you guys want Trump out of there. And honestly, in my heart, I do too, because he's just very disrespectful to our people.
So let's do this, right? And it's very trivial, whatever. Just like let's do this. Let's all do our research just a little bit more, right? Just as far as I get it, man. Let me tell you. There's nothing that anybody says about Biden that I didn't kind of read and research for myself and everything. And then you got to look at his tenure as vice president with Obama and some of the positive things he was a part of. Again, people change their way of thinking. And if you don't think, and as messed up as people trying to say Biden is, if you don't think he's more manageable than Trump, because Trump is going to do what he want to do regardless. You can say to Trump, well, this will hurt black people and this will blah, 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 and a whole a group of black people could come to him and be like, Trump, if you do this is going to hurt us, whatever like that. And Trump would be like, I don't give a shit. I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. With Biden, he's more manageable. It is the black, what's the black guy from Virginia? That got him, that had him win the primary. That helped him. I forgot his name. Was it Clarence something?
I forgot it. I'm here in Virginia
Clarence
too. I know what you're talking about.
Like that's his right hand man. That's one of Biden's right hand mans. He got a whole group of people rallying behind Biden, and trust me, they are going to put him in check. There are some people that's going to hold Biden, if he becomes president, accountable for all his actions and will step to him at every single step of the way. So, one thing about Biden, he will listen.
So number one, do you see how three men come together on air to discuss things, to kick things back and forth? Do you see that? Do you see how one brother say Trump? Do you see how the other brother says Biden? Number one. Number two, Biden is not a sociopath. Biden is not mentally ill that I'm aware of. Now, there are people that say he was old and he's getting older, he's slipping. The second term for Ronald Reagan lost his mind. But I bet you George Bush, his vice president, picked up the slack. Who is more suited to address your ideology and your issues? Not one issue, not two issues. Who most closely aligns to what you see? Number two, if someone is in power,
let me answer. Let me answer the first one. Biden. Go ahead.
If someone is in power that you disagree with, would you prefer a person that's in power that you can approach? You disagree with both of them. Would you prefer to have someone in power that you can approach, or a person that's ignorant, doesn't read books, sociopath, racist, sexist, suspected rapist, etc.? Out of the two evils because this is the only choice we have.
We lost the caller, but go ahead.
But it's the only.
Go ahead.
The only choice we have. Who is more approachable?
I'm sorry, the phone hung up, bro.
Okay.
Who is more approachable? Who is more sane? Who speaks to women's issues? Who is going to balance the Supreme Court when you're talking about women's reproductive rights, when you're talking about the Voting Rights Act and all that other stuff? Is it Trump or them other people? And again, let's just reason together. That's all I'm saying.
Now listen, let me say this without sounding racist or whatever. I got love for all groups of people. Trust me. I got love for all groups of people. But there's not one white man that sat in that White House that was not racist. I'm saying that.
Absolutely.
And I
agree with that. I agree with that.
And listen, there was not, but there's levels to this. You know how we use that in the street?
Yes.
There's levels to the racism. There's levels to the racism. Trust me. And my thing is, do I think he's going to be the worst person that sits up in that seat? No. That ever sat in that seat? No. Do you think Lyndon B. Johnson loved us?
That's what I was about to get to.
Do you think Lyndon B. Johnson loved us?
That's what I was about to get
but
to.
No, he did something for us, though.
So I'm going to let you speak, brother. Lyndon Johnson was a good old boy from Texas.
Facts.
King said, I want you to do some stuff.
Yeah.
He said, I ain't doing nothing. You know what Lyndon Brains Johnson said? Make me do it. You know what King said? I will make you. And he made them. He made it happen. Right. Lyndon Baines Johnson was against our initial. He was against what we were speaking. He was in power. He was a good old boy from Texas. He said, "Make me do it." King made him do it. I think I can make Biden do it and not Trump do it. Here's the end.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. What's the old saying? Pressure bust pipes. Right.
Yeah.
We got to apply the pressure, and that's
and get in power.
We don't realize our strength and our power. No matter who's in office.
Let me ask you a question. And I think I told you this. If Cory Booker was in the runnings with Biden, would you have voted Biden in for the nominee or Cory Booker?
That's a great question.
It's the reason why I'm asking this.
I'm gonna be honest, right? See, a lot of people. That question you just asked me about Cory Booker. A lot of people would expect me to be like, "The hell with Cory because of Newark." Right. So when people talk about Cory Booker from Jersey, they still revert back to how he was as a mayor in Newark. So they forget about what he's done as a senator, right?
Well,
so,
he wasn't, to my opinion, I've researched a lot of stuff. He's done a lot with Newark. And Newark is not looking like what it is today.
But I agree with that too. But if you talk to somebody from Newark and you talk to my brothers and sisters in Newark, they're going to have a lot of different things to say about Cory Booker. Now, if it was a choice between Cory Booker and Biden, me personally.
Right, that's my question.
Yeah, me personally, now I'm going to say this, and don't y'all get mad. I don't think Cory Booker is ready yet to be president.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's ready yet.
So you would pick Biden?
Yeah, and I would say, listen. I would like Biden to do 4 years. To do 4 years.
Too,
and if he's trash,
I'm glad you asked.
Listen, and if he's trash in 4 years, to vote his ass out. And this is real talk. I think Cory right now, and the only reason I said that about as far as being ready, I think Cory right now is more effective in the Senate.
Obama wasn't ready though.
No. I'm
ready.
not saying not ready as far as experience. That's I'm saying not ready yet as far as do a little bit more time in the Senate because we need Cory there in the Senate. And then maybe the next term Cory should run or whatever right now. We need him right now in the Senate. You know what I'm saying?
What does Dawood say?
Okay, I'm glad you said that. So you're going to kill me. I'm going to say Biden too. Let me tell you why. I was living in Newark when my ex-wife and my ex-wife was a part of the campaign and whatever. Okay, what did I witness from Cory at the time? Cory was an opportunist, straight up. Now that he's in the Senate, he's transforming himself from an opportunist to a leader that I can get behind.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's what I say. I rock with him.
Yeah, no, I love Cory
But you know
Booker.
we need him in the Senate.
But we ain't talking about Cory Booker. We talking about right now.
I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna answer your question. Here's why I would say Biden. Biden is a tried and true politician. Period. And I know how politicians work. So while you while you making your transition from opportunist to man of the people, you understand me? I'm slapping money on a politician. I know exactly how a politician works. I know exactly how much of a whore they are. I know exactly how they make their moves. Now you are growing into political manhood. You got there off the backs of people making promises, blah, 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 but I do support Cory Booker. I would say Biden because I know the gun lobby and all that other stuff. I know where he stands and I know how he moves. I'm going to keep watching Cory Booker do what he do. That's my answer, bro. Yeah. That's my answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, after these 4 years, when's it 2026?
I'll vote for Booker.
20...
Well, we got to listen to his agenda, man. He has not laid out his plan yet. What they're coming to the table with. Right. I mean, I'm talking about Biden. What is he bringing to the table? What is his agenda for blacks? Because right now, how I think, it doesn't matter what happens, and I'm not prejudiced at all. And I hope people don't take this out of context. Right now, we are in chaos as a race of people. So what is he going to bring to the table that's going to help us? Because we are considered the poorest people in America, period. I don't care how you look at it. Financially, we're considered the poorest people as a whole. Well, so what is he going to bring to the table that's going to help?
Here's the thing. So when it's time to debate, and when he does his, his speeches and everything about what they're going to do, because all politicians make promises in the beginning, right? So once they get elected into power, then we start counting how many promises that they made are they kept. We start counting. We like, you said you was going to do this. We hold them accountable. The key is, bro, is to whatever he promises us in the black community, to hold him accountable and be like, but you said, but you said, Biden, you said you were going to do this, and you said you were going to do that. Now, no president wants to be a one-term president. So everybody wants them extra 4 years. So again, if he got 4 years to do something, him and Kamala got 4 years to try to turn stuff around. So that's not a lot of time, especially what Trump is leaving people with. right? So I know you like the tax thing, but there's a lot of other garbage that Trump did. You know what I'm saying? That we need to correct.
So we're in a sorry state as a people, okay? Watch this. You can be in a sorry state with access to power or in a sorry state without access to power. It's that simple. You do not have access to power under Trump and his administration. You do not. You are not represented. He trumps out black people, pimps them out, gets a little pat on the back, and they're on their way. You see how he uses Trump. You see how he used the people that came to visit him at Trump Tower. And
let me just say this real quick. Stop. Let me see who knows this answer. And just this should just tell you something about Trump. Who did he give the Medal of Freedom to this year? Wasn't it the radio guy?
Yeah, that racist piece of garbage.
Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh, of all people.
Like, what?
All people got the Medal of Freedom. So if there's somebody, bruh, I know I'm feeling you. I get you with the whole tax thing.
I know he's racist, bro. You can't tell me that nothing he can add to the table that he's not racist. He's 100% certified.
Come on, man. And listen. I need us, and I'm glad, bro, let me tell you why I appreciate your call so much, because you're so transparent. You were so transparent about your own life and your own situation, and then where you was to where you are now. I appreciate you sharing that. I got to clap that up.
Thank you, brother.
Much respect.
I get misunderstood a lot, Brother Norman, from my posts because people don't take the time to read. But I was never against Carmella anyway. I was just trying to prove a fact. First of all, with that, and the reason why I'm transparent is because the God I serve today is who I am, a renewing of the mind. Now, you may have not known me when I was out there in the streets of Plainfield, but a lot of people on the Facebook page know. But you knew Be Divine, Walk Watson. I ran with him.
Yeah. No, I know.
So
I know, bro.
I was out there in the street, man.
I know. I was in the cut. I was in the cut making beats when you was doing that.
Right. I'm not out there in the world today, so I don't have no problem being ashamed of who I was, because that's not who I am today. And I've learned so much, man, educating myself and reading and learning. And what's sad about us as a people is we just like to do things just because they black. And that just ain't just in voting. That's in anything. But you have to make sure that you know what you're a part of.
Facts. And let me just say this, man.
That's all I'm saying.
And let me just say this, going back to topic, because what I see about us now, so everybody is woke now. We all woke.
Right.
Everybody, no, blah, blah, blah. We, this and this. Oh, Black Lives Matter. Now, we so woke now, we even destroying the statement, Black Lives Matter. We destroying that now.
Yeah.
Now we're demonizing that, right? And here's the thing I want y'all to separate. And this is something we have to separate. There's the statement, Black Lives Matter. Right. And there's the organization, Black Lives Matter.
Absolutely.
Those are two different things. Black lives still matter.
Absolutely.
BLM all day. Don't let nobody make y'all demonize that statement and be afraid to wear them Black Lives Matter t-shirts. Hold up, bro.
I agree with you on that.
And hold up. Don't let nobody take you off your square with that. Y'all wear them Black Lives Matter shirts. You wear the BLM hats. Don't let nobody demonize it to the point to where you start thinking yourself Black lives don't matter. You start thinking yourself, I see some crazy ass posts out there because you allow people to come in and hold up, brother. You allow people to come in and change your mindset because of, say, if they are misappropriating funds. I don't know what's going on with that. The organization. But y'all stick to the statement. Y'all respect that mantra. Black Lives Matter. Because they do. And as soon as you stop saying that, and as soon as you start accepting the fact that maybe there is something wrong with saying BLM and Black Lives Matter, that's when we start falling victim again to being controlled and manipulated again by the system.
It's easy for you to say what's wrong and this and that. So you're not a part of nothing, or you're not doing nothing about it.
Stop allowing other people to come in and demonize what we know is a good thing. So what we know is a positive thing. We allow other cultures to come in and demonize it, so we won't respect it no more. So don't be fooled, man. Don't get played by that. Real talk.
Okay, it is chess, not checkers. right? It's football, not basketball. That's the first thing. Number 2, consciousness and knowledge that I always talk about. If you cannot practically take your knowledge and make change with power, I don't care about your knowledge. I'm so fascinated by the fact that, for instance, you may have a theory about who runs Black Lives Matter. Some people say it's Soros. Some people say it doesn't matter. You have a theory about who the devil is. You have a theory about who the Illuminati is. You have a theory about this, and you have a theory about that. You're Christian and Jewish and Buddhist and this and that. You have a $1 billion economy right now, black people. $1 billion economy. We're one of the largest economies on the face of the earth. We take our money right now, not Biden, not Trump, not nobody, us. We take our money and spend it on stupid shit and then start crying about why we're not in position. If you have so much knowledge but not enough sense to take your financial dollars and build a goddamn infrastructure, no, you're complaining about who's running for president, who's running for this, and who's running for that. Right now, we have the power. Right now, we have every major accomplishment, every thought, every lawyer, every doctor, every this and every that. And one last thing, and we don't do anything about it. I'm so sick and tired of talking. I want to be
in the community.
Agree. Listen. I want to be in power and recreate power, and I want power for generations. As a matter of fact, I want my people to be in power in perpetuity. That's forever. Now, if you're not in power, shut up. Shut up.
And here's what kills me. And to add on, here's what kills me. We so worried about, but what is Biden's plan for the black community? What is Kamala's plan for the black community? What is this politician's plan for the black community? Why are we so dependent on them building us up? Why can't we build our own community up ourselves?
Because we look to them to validate us.
Yes, we look to them to validate us all the time. It's like we waiting on politicians to save us, for them to fly in with the cape, or they the next savior. You know what I'm saying? They're the next Jesus Christ or whatever to come and save us.
Meanwhile,
we can save ourselves. We can save ourselves.
Meanwhile, you got to pay a $500 sneakers on, and your son can't read.
Hold on. One of the reasons why we are failing like that and we are dependent is because a lot of us don't know the dollar, the value of the dollar, and how we can keep it functioning in the black community. We don't support each other. We're divided. That's why we don't know who the hell we are.
A lot of us,
and we're dependent because we're so divided.
And a lot of us, Majid,
it just can't be you and Dawu and 1,000 other people. It has to be unity as a whole. That's why I respect the European Jews, because they keep their dollar in the community before it goes out.
And the Zionists as well, not just the Jews, but the Zionists.
But a lot of us, Majid.
Yeah, the Zionists too. Yeah, if there's other people, yes. But until we learn that, we're always going to be dependent.
Facts. And a lot of us, brother, we are so scared to learn chess. We so scared to learn how to play chess. Yep. We all we want to know is checkers.
We don't want to read, Brother Norman.
All we want to know is checkers. But let me teach you how to play. But let me teach you how to play chess. Oh, chess? That looks hard. Man. I don't want to know how to play that. Listen. I don't want to know how to play chess. Because you know why?
The comment on Facebook.
We stuck. Hold up, Brother Majid. Hold up, Brother Majid. It's like we get so hell bent on staying in one spot, man. We refuse to learn chess. It's like checkers. All I know is checkers. That's all I ever known is checkers. I don't want to try to learn anything else. I don't want to try to know anything else. We have to learn how to step up that box, man. We have to learn. You have to learn the same things that your enemy knows. I'm going to say that again.
Absolutely.
We have to learn the same things that our enemy knows. In order to deal with the enemy, we have to know what they know too. And it's like we have a problem of stepping outside that box, man. We so comfortable in our little square. Yeah. We comfortable with scraps and crumbs, and I see it all the time.
With all the discretionary income that we have at our disposal right now, today, with all the money we have, we could buy any damn politician we want, any issue we want, jack any system we want, create wealth for ourselves right now. But we sleep, we're enslaved, and we are fearful, and we hate ourselves. And until we stop doing that, we're going to keep jerking off over the airwaves and talking crap. Either you have power or you are victimized by it. But, I want power.
And let me say this. If you can vote, vote. The brother on the phone, Majid, because of his past, he can't vote.
It doesn't matter.
But he turned out to be a positive product of society, man. And my thing is, if you do got the power to vote, get out there and vote. And see, once you do vote and they do get into office, hold them accountable. Again, hold them accountable.
I got friends that's out there that's been in the system, federal system. They take that chance, Brother Norman, right? But it's a serious chance you take because a black sister, just to bring that up real quick, a black sister that was in federal prison, she didn't care. She voted last term with Hillary and them.
And we got 3 minutes.
Got 5 years, man. She came back and got 5 years, man. So for the brothers who say they don't care, now when you stay convicted, you're good. You can get your rights back. You're good.
And the reason
I don't care, you take that chance and you go do it. You might get away with it.
And
but if they catch you, they're not going to want to hear it.
And the reason that Republicans make it so difficult for us to vote is because it doesn't matter. The way they messing up the ballots, gerrymandering, making people wait online for 6-7 hours so people get discouraged and don't vote. They're doing that because it doesn't matter. The fact that they can't put a legislation in to say, wait, you have a right to vote. You know what they say to Negroes? You got a right to vote until 2022. And then we're going to go look at it.
Now,
until 2023. They're not even ready to say that we're able to vote in perpetuity. You know why they say that? Because it doesn't. The reason our grandparents got lynched and burned for that, right? Because it doesn't matter, right?
So let's talk about politics real quick. Politics. I'm in politics.
Yeah.
Politics. Whatever you want. Now,
play to win.
Now the crazy thing about it, right? Here's the thing. We talk about voter suppression. Voter suppression. Voter suppression. Oh, they're doing this, so we can't vote. We doing this.
You don't gotta
You know what a form of voter suppression is? Tricking you into not to vote. Tricking you into not to vote.
You big dummy, you.
Voter suppression. And we falling into it. Oh, your vote's not going to count. And you know what? They circulate that all around social media, right? There's fake YouTube clips, propaganda that they create to make you feel in your heart that your vote don't matter. It don't matter. Nah, don't vote. That's a form of voter suppression right there. Tricking you into not to vote. And if you got that power, if you're not restricted, like the good brother Majid, because of some past mistake or whatever like that, then get your ass out there and vote, man. Get your ass out there and vote.
And for most of our sojourn in America, not only could we not vote, we weren't even considered human beings. We only been voting for 60 damn years, and black people telling me it don't matter. If it didn't matter, why'd they keep it from us for so damn long? Like,
listen.
Why they stopping convicted felons from voting?
Exactly.
Listen, we want to thank Brother Majid. We thank you for joining us, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the opportunity, man.
Respect,
no doubt.
Hey, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. I always got respect for both of y'all brothers, man. I like the show, and we always don't have to agree all the time.
No, we
just
don't.
have to be respectful.
Facts. That's it.
Right.
That's it, man. One love, man. Peace and blessings, man. Stay safe.
One love, man. To y'all too, brother.
You could talk like this when the person that owns the station is black.
No, but I'm just saying, man, because again, it's nothing against nobody, but we have to think different, man. Because we've seen what we see in 2020. We seen a plague. We seen racism at an all-time high.
Yep.
We seen white people become our allies in the streets and protest with us.
Yes.
This has been an eye-opening year, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like we may possibly see the first black female vice president. We may, if we get on our square and do our job.
Yeah.
And do what we should be doing, like
if we're
voting.
a little less woke, we'll see it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and stop spreading the nonsense around that they use as ammunition against us. A lot of what y'all post on the negative side about ourselves, they use as ammunition against us. And we have to be we have to be smarter, man. I'm telling you, we have to be smarter with the things they do because they watch every single damn thing we do. They watch us like hawks to see how divisive we are towards each other. Believe that. Believe that. They watch it, and they use it against us.
So turn into yourself and see who God is. You don't speak your own language. You don't practice your own culture. You don't bring any solutions. Your concepts are the concepts from your open enemy. Every thought you have, every book that you read was given to you by someone that wants to kill, to steal, and destroy you. So do me a favor. Begin to look within and to listen to the true voice of God and not this nonsense. Have the courage not to be afraid. Have the courage to think for yourself. That's what your ancestors was fighting for. So please do me a favor and do that.
No doubt. Listen, please. Shout out to everybody that was able to chime in. Shout out to everybody that shared this post. If you didn't share it yet, share it again.
And again and again.
No doubt. Shout out to everybody that started the watch party. Shout out to everybody on all platforms. Listen, man, if you would like to send a contribution to support our programming, please Cash App $BKS1 Radio. Again, if you would like to support and send a contribution to support the programming here in this show, please send a Cash App to $BKS1 Radio. It could be 50 cents. It could be a quarter. It could be $1. No matter how big, no matter how small, whatever, we appreciate it here at BKS1 Radio, especially during these times.
General, I think we are at least as entertaining as a movie. Just saying. You spend a lot of money on that shit. And we're informative, too. Support, please. Thank you.
Facts, man. Facts. Listen, man. Nothing but love for y'all, man. And just all I'm saying, man, let's just think, man. Let's learn how to play chess. All right? Let's learn how to play chess a little bit more. And let's stop being so emotional.
Take the red pill, not the blue pill. Take the red pill. Come out the matrix, please.
Exactly. Again, we want to thank everybody for joining us, man. This show is never about us.
It's always about you.
Because you are the next best kept secret. See y'all Monday,
man.
We coming back. This was the power hour, y'all. we back
yell
next
sometimes.
week. Yes,
masculinity.
We yell sometimes. Sometimes we get upset, man, but it's needed. It
is.
All right, and we love you guys, and it's not a damn thing you can do
about it.
Not a damn thing. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a good weekend.
One
Safe
love.
weekend.
It's the Man Game on the show.